Hello there and Salam Malaysia Madani. This is Biz Malaysia and I'm Daryl Baptist. When we talk about the economy, we often think about big businesses, major industries or government policies. But there's another driving force that's shaping Malaysia's future, and that's our youth. Today's young Malaysians aren't just preparing to join the workforce, they're starting businesses, creating new ideas, embracing technology and helping to build the new economy. So, how do we ensure they have the skills, opportunities and support to reach their full potential? That's what we'll be exploring on today's edition of Biz Malaysia. Now, before we move on to our next segment, let's take a look at the latest local economy update. Pesta Kuantan 188 is set to return from July 31st to August 2nd, bringing 3 days of culture, sports, entertainment and community activities to Kuantan, Pahang. Organisers say the festival is also a reflection of strong public-private collaboration in driving community-based tourism and strengthening Kuantan's tourism ecosystem.
So this year, during the award ceremony, we will be recognising some of the sponsors that's been with us for 5 years in a row, and that's saying quite a lot because of their commitment. So you know who you are, loyal sponsors. We thank you from the bottom of my heart. I thank you very much.
Tourism Malaysia says the festival has grown beyond a local event, with its inclusion in the Visit Malaysia 2026 program, highlighting its potential as a high-impact tourism product.
Basically, Pesta Kuantan 188 is not about entertainment. Concert, you can see, yes, it's the biggest. But mostly, it's all about create a business to the local economics and introduce the local product to the people. Some people also, for example, my experience last year, the food outlet inside the Menara 188 are selling all local Pahang cuisine. Another part is to create the economy momentum, all the tourism product beside that, like Kuantan River. We have a Kuantan cruise every day. Even though without the event, the Kuantan cruise is always moving. So that's how we help. By creating an event, we promoting a destination such as Kuantan 188, Kuantan River.
The 2026 edition features 14 signature activities, positioning the festival as one of the region's major lifestyle and community sports events. Among the highlights are the Royal Pahang Dragon Boat Regatta, hot air balloon experiences, a food market, drift car showcases, pickleball and street football competitions. Visitors can also take part in the Towerthon Challenge, which will see athletes take on 524 steps of the Kuantan 188 Tower, as well as the challenging antenna climb. The festival will also feature an esports competition, a cars and coffee gathering, a fun run, and the Kuantan 188 Challenge. The main highlight will be the Kuantan 188 concert and fireworks on the 1st of August. The free concert will feature performances by Dato' M. Nasser, Nadira, Hail Hussaini, and Malaysian boy band Alpha. The festival is endorsed by the Kuantan City Council, the Pahang State Government, Tourism Pahang, and the Ministry of Youth and Sports. Organisers say Pesta Kuantan 188 aims to strengthen Kuantan's position as a tourism destination while bringing together culture, sports, entertainment, and community activities in one major festival. And now back to our topic for today. Young people are playing an increasingly important role in shaping Malaysia's economy, from innovation and entrepreneurship to the digital workforce. In just a moment, we'll be speaking to our guests to explore how we can empower the next generation to drive the nation's future. Stay tuned. Welcome back. As we've been discussing, youth are no longer just the workforce of tomorrow. They are already shaping the economy of today. Joining me now to share his insights is Associate Professor Dr. Haji Shamsul Fauzi Osman, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Student Affairs and Alumni, University Polytech Malaysia. Professor, welcome back to Biz Malaysia.
Yeah, thank you, Daryl. Glad to be here.
Now, we're going to be discussing about the youth of Malaysia and how they're shaping our economy right now.
Yeah.
But as you mentioned earlier to me off-show, you wanted to mention a little bit of a disclaimer.
Yeah, a little bit of a disclaimer because I'm not an economist. Okay, my background is education, and however my work now is a lot with youth. We are developing youth, trying to help them to find that X factor in them, so that they become somebody that is magnificent, amazing, that would be useful to the country especially.
Excellent. Now, even though you're not an economist, you do a lot of work with them. And why do you reckon young people are key drivers of Malaysia's economy?
Well, mainly they are the strength of our nation, the future of our nation. But I would identify that they have two major assets. First, their strength. They are still young, they are healthy, they are capable to do a lot of things, and they are able to actually achieve a lot of things. And secondly, their ignorance, because their ignorance is they are not sure, or they are not aware of the difficulties, they are not aware of challenges, they are willing to explore, and they are able to learn more. And in a sense, they are able to adapt better if compared to the adults generations, the current generation. So interestingly, if we are to say, the future of the country would be also depending on the future of these people being able to work well in the environment that they are going to be in. So I think this capability, or these two assets that they have, they will be able to contribute a lot more to our economy if we can actually harness their energy, harness their power, and encourage them to explore more.
Right. Now, I like that you said ignorance.
Yeah.
Some of us might call it innocence as well, right?
Yeah.
Before they get, before they get to experience the real world, or so to speak, the toils and troubles of being out there in the workforce. That being said, which sectors do you reckon offer the greatest opportunities for the youth right now?
Well, I would say it's open. Almost every sector needs the energy of the youth. And the current changes, the current situation that we have, the development of AI, the development of digital technology allows the the youth to explore more and be a person who would be discoverer of the new opportunities. So if you are to say, this economical sector, it can be F&B, it can be technology, it can be developing new software. But the thing is that these youths, they need to have this desire, the desire to challenge themselves, the passion, so that they would do more things to fulfill the needs of the society. Now, when we see there is a gap, there is a need in the society, these youth, they should band together and try to find ideas how to come up with solutions. If you notice, Daryl, the unicorns, they are all started with youth trying to find a solution for the society, and there they are, boom, they became unicorns. So when we are able to actually allow the youth to experiment, try out these kind of things, inshallah, I'm sure that they'll be able to become unicorns of the nation.
Now, you mentioned basically trying to fill a need, or see if you see a need, try and fill a need. I mean, I think that's a quote from a famous movie that I've watched before, animation. Now, that's basically describing what an entrepreneur is, right? And you mentioned earlier, you help students, or you help the youth find their X factor.
Yeah.
Now, what are some of the biggest challenges you've seen while trying to help these students find that X factor, or helping them to reach their full potential, so to speak?
Confidence and desire. Now, first of all, we are always second guessing ourselves, and not only us, of course, our youth, our children are like that as well. So everybody does that. The thing is that we must actually give them opportunities to gain experience, have opportunities to actually try new things, make mistakes in a safe environment. I call them baby steps, launch pads, so that if they have to face difficulties, they would know there's somebody else there is somebody who is going to assist them, there is somebody who is going to guide them. So that's the first and foremost. So if they are able to go through this kind of experience, they'll be able to develop their confidence. I've seen in outdoors, for example, if the students are not sure or confident of water, they experience the water, they'll have more confidence after that. The same with entrepreneur development. We have students who are, they have never did any business before, but when we allow them the opportunity to open up businesses, say they flourish and they become good business people, selling even though as simple as coffee at the campus. Okay, so that is one. Then the desire just now. Sometimes life is a bit too easy for us. Everything is at our fingertips nowadays, so they don't realize that actually there are efforts at the background of a simple apps, for example. So this simplicity of life, okay, does not lead them to have the ones to achieve new things.
Right.
So we have to give more exposure, like perhaps they have to we have to bring them to the field, okay, visit the industry, have a look at what is happening in industry. Right. Then maybe hopefully they want to have a little bit of change and more challenges for them.
Now, Doctor, I like that you mentioned about the launch pad or the launch pad. We're going to be talking a bit more about that shortly after this. We're going to take a break real quick, but when we come back, I definitely want to dive into talking about the confidence of the youths. We'll be right back, ladies and gents.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربنا آتنا من لدنك رحمة وهيئ لنا من أمرنا رشدا. Ya Tuhan kami, berikanlah rahmat kepada kami dari sisimu dan sempurnakanlah bagi kami petunjuk yang lurus dalam urusan kami ini. Surah Al-Kahfi ayat 10.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah.
Allahumma rabb hadhihi ad-da'wati at-tammah was-salati al-qa'imah. آت سيدنا محمدا الوسيلة والفضيلة والشرف والدرجة العالية الرفيعة وبعثه مقاما محمودا الذي وعدته إنك لا تخلف الميعاد.
Firman Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, Rabbi ja'alni muqimas salati wa min dhurriyyati Rabbana wa taqabbal du'a. Yang bermaksud, ya Tuhanku, jadikanlah aku dan anak cucuku orang-orang yang tetap mendirikan salat. Ya Tuhan kami, perkenankanlah doaku. Surah Ibrahim ayat 40.
Welcome back, folks, to Biz Malaysia. You're here with me and Dr. Haji Shamsul Fauzi Osman, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Student Affairs and Alumni from University Polytech Malaysia. Now, Doctor, we were just before the break, we were talking about confidence and helping students find that confidence. And you mentioned Safe Baby Steps Launchpad, right? Now, in order to give them that safe environment where they can cultivate that confidence, it obviously has to start at a very young age.
Definitely.
Practically or technically, preferably, would be in our universities or colleges. Would you say that our education system right now has the adequate technical knowledge to prepare them for the market right now? I mean, the market has been changing so much. Technology has advanced, what with AI and so on and so forth. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, interesting. If you can see if we can see the development of the divergence of the economy nowadays. We have now AI-based economy, we have digital-based economy, we have green economy. I've never heard of all these kind of economies before. So, interesting. Basically, they would require generally, we have the generic skills that a student or a person would require, whereby, for example, communication skills, capability to work together, innovation, being creative, and so on. But I think all these new divergence would require new skills, which is a little bit different. We've never heard of the word prompting before. Now it's a very common thing.
It's a buzzword.
And then crowdfunding, when it started, people don't really know what crowdfunding is, but it's actually fundraising, and all these skills are a little bit different, requires a little bit of exploratory action by the students themselves. But in the sense of academic, we do have special exposures, we do have special subjects on all this, but still, it would be wonderful if the students would have, the youth were to have their own initiatives to explore more, learn more, go beyond what is required by the in the classroom. For example, interesting. For example, AI prompting. I've heard of business people saying that they don't require a clerk anymore, they don't require an accountant anymore, and things like that. So because all the all these things can be done by the AI. True. But the thing is that how to do it effectively.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
How to employ AI effectively, and this is the skill that a person would need. But usually, in the classroom, in the education sector, it will be limited to the scenario or the environment that is allowed in the classroom. Okay. For example, a student will be required, prepare what do you say, an Excel sheet, for example, and then that is the limitation. They'll be working on the Excel sheet. But the thing is that we hope to spark more interest, and the students go on their own to discover all the other things in AI. Interestingly, now people can actually produce music, videos, movies even using AI. So, but the thing is that it all starts with the effectiveness of a person of wanting to discover more and going ahead with what they have. Now, universities, colleges has always been like that. The limitation or the classroom, the hours that we have, the credits that we have would only be limited to what we have to be covered in that situation. But the thing is that universities are supposed to spark more interest in this. So we hope the youth will have that.
I think the initiative would have to come from the students themselves, and the passion, like we mentioned, the passion and the drive.
Yes.
But we know what students are like.
Yeah,
we were all students once in our lives. They do need a little bit of a push, especially into the right direction.
Yeah.
What do you reckon the government or even the private sector rather, can do to help better empower our youth in terms of becoming innovators, entrepreneurs, so on and so forth?
A little bit about the youth here, Daryl. They are, as I said, full of energy. If we confine them in a space, they'll be like atoms, shaking each other. And finally, the vessel will break.
Right.
We need to allow them to have them channels to actually come out with the energy and then be productive about it. So, for example, we have to have a diverse range of opportunities. I will call it opportunities for the students to actually go out and do. If they are interested in sports, we must allow them to experience sports. If they are interested in digital innovation, have clubs or associations that is of that nature. Also outdoors and everything, whatnot. But talking about the government, talking about us in the general public, I would like to refer to what we call the triple helix. That would be interesting. Now, the baby steps launchpad, safe baby step launchpad just now, is similar to what we have the incubators, the technological incubators. So all this while, we've been referring to, or we have been focusing on technology over there, high-tech technology. But there should be more simple triple helix situation whereby we have the universities, the institutions, the industry and the government working together to allow, for example, small businesses, for example, to flourish within a campus. So what should happen is that the university would provide the expertise, would provide the the academic background. The industry will allow opportunity for research and development, as well as for them to actually market their product.
Right.
The government, as usual, support us with grants. So all these kind of things, if we have more of that, then inshallah we'll be having more entrepreneurs, for example. So,
well, thank you so much for sharing with us all those insights. I wish we had more time to discuss this because it's such a big topic. But unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. But we'd love to have you back on the show in the future to talk more
hopefully. And then I hope the nation will really be able to drive the youth further, and inshallah, universities will always be supportive of this.
Thank you so much for your time today, Doctor. Well, there you have it, guys. Now, we hope today's conversation has given you better understanding of the important role young Malaysians are playing in shaping our economy. I wish we had more time to talk more about this, but a big thank you to Professor Dr. Shamsul Fauzi for sharing his insights with us. And to all you youths out there who are watching, keep up the great work and continue doing what you're doing. My name is Darryl Baptist. This has been Biz Malaysia. Malaysia Madani, Kesejahteraan Dinikmati. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again on our next episode. Goodbye.